Hi, I'm Steve Pelzer with the Arts Consortium, and thanks for coming.
You guys are both very tall. We're both very tall.
Tonight we're going to explore the women composers, and we've got a really nice group of them here. They're all very highly talented in different genres a little bit and stuff. So I'd like to introduce Ted down here. He's going to be kind of our co-host. He's just sitting there. Yeah, thanks everybody for coming out and on this Friday night. I'd like to introduce Kelley Smith. And is she out there? Is she in the bathroom? Oh, there she is. Hey, Kelley! You know, from up in the great, call it the, up north. She's up there. She's working on a new record. She's graced us to come down, drive down here and share a little bit of her new music that she's doing. And she told me she's just getting into the music scene, kind of. So that's cool.
How's everybody doing? Good. Thanks for coming out. My name is Kelley Smith. I am from the north of here, the Brainerd Lakes area. Woo! Yeah, we've got a Baxter native back there. Way to go. We're a resort community, mainly. Our population doubles in the summer. It's mainly all of you guys coming out there to our beautiful resorts. And anyways, about me, I am a mom of 4. And I have 1 cat, 1 spouse, 2 guinea pigs. And I turned 35 and I started playing my guitar every day. And it was because I just needed a change, and it was something I was doing for my mental health. After the kids would go to bed, I'd sit in my kitchen and play my guitar, teach myself a new song, and one thing just led to another. I started doing some gigs, and then COVID happened. Right? Does anybody remember when that happened? So, suddenly, there were 6 of us all trapped inside our house. And so I started writing songs, mostly just silly songs about my daughter Molly. And let's see. Oh, no wonder I'm not plugged in. And one thing led to another, and I wrote song after song after song, and now I'm working on an EP, and I mean, it's been a couple years, so this is all very new to me. And I'm an introvert, so, you know, it's weird because I'd just as much love to be at home in my sweatpants. We were just talking earlier, but I love being out here with all you guys and sharing songs. So 1 second. Plugging your guitar in is very important. First step. All right. Well, I'm going to start us out with. Because I love vintage things, one of my favorite genres of music within folk is sort of the traditional songs. And this one is by the Carver family. I'll just do it as a little warm-up song. I'm going away for to leave you, love. I'm going away for a while, but I'll return to you someday, if I go 10,000 miles. The storms are on the ocean, and the heavens may cease to be. This world may lose its motion, love, if I prove false to thee. Well, have you seen those mournful doves flying from pine to pine? They're mourning for their own true love, just like I mourn for mine. The storms are on the ocean, and the heavens may cease to be. This world may lose its motion, love, if I prove false to thee. Well, I cry myself to sleep each night, thinking only of you. And I wonder if you wait for me. To me, are you still true? And I'll never go back on the ocean, love. I'll never go back on the sea. I'll never go back on my blue-eyed boy till he comes back to me. The storms are on the ocean, the heavens may cease to be. This world may lose its motion, love, if I prove false to thee. This world may lose its motion, love, if I prove false to thee. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so I'm told we get to talk about our songwriting process a little bit here. Because songwriting is so new for me, every time is different. But basically, in a nutshell, this first batch of songs that I've been writing all come out of my midlife crisis, really. But I don't so much believe in calling it a crisis, but more of an invitation, more of an awakening, and just a checking in. So during COVID times, I would struggle with a lot of insomnia, find myself awake in the middle of the night. And so I started writing songs. And so this particular song is actually my quintessential hippie folk song. It's called Moonchild. And this is going to be the title of my EP that'll be coming out this year too. And really this song came from a place of just a longing for wanting both partners in my relationship, myself and my spouse, that we'd be able to trust each other with our journeys, and that maybe we don't always process everything the same, we're very different people, that we could trust each other, that we're both going to be okay, even if we find different ways to get there. And so the song is called Moonchild, and here it is. Moonchild, moonchild, come back to bed. The night is for dreamers, so lay down your head. She knocks at my window Her light kisses my face. The night is for dreamers, so I am awake. Moonchild, I beg you, you're floating away. I'll hold you over and I'll help you stay. She pulls me to treetops, beneath the stars I sway. I'll bring one home to you, my anchor, my stay. Moonchild, beware of what lurks round the bend. The night is for shadows, so lend me your hand. Her light leads me gently beyond the crooked way. I'll pass through the shadows as night leads to day. Moonchild, the night is for dreamers like us, so I'll be the tender to your wanderlust. The night lifts and bends me to places I must go. Yet if I am falling, I'll be falling home. And my anchor, I'll lower you to that old moon and back. Thank you very much. All right, I got another one here for you. This one is not on my album, not in the project, but it's meaningful to me because I've been a lifelong sufferer of social anxiety. Can't tell you really why or where it came from, but it is what it is. And I wrote a song just to kind of help soothe myself and talk myself out of it a little bit. And it's called Much Afraid. And I wanted to sort of compare just the beauty of a person who maybe can't see their beauty or can't see their strength, and compare that to a river of all things. So, here's that. Much afraid takes the winding way. She's like a mighty Mississippi. She's flowing on just like freedom. Oh, that freedom she's looking for. Much afraid are you, black and blue, from all the stones they've thrown at you. But you are deep and you are wide. Why do you bend for everybody else? 'Cause you're a river, you can't tame that wild heart, or forget yourself completely, trying to be found. It's been a long time, can you see the way the light shines on you? much afraid to take a deeper dive beneath those mud waters. So, do you find someone you recognize? And is she waiting? Does she dance with no shame? And does her joy overflow? Whoa. Does she sing with the sparrows in the springtime? Does she roar? You're a river, you can't tame that wild heart, or forget yourself completely. Try to be found. It's been a long time, would you see the way the light shines on you? Much afraid, lay your doubts aside. You ever been made new? Through all the give and take, have you been running from the truth? You're flowing on just like freedom. Honey, freedom is who you are. You're a river, you can't tame that wild heart, or forget yourself completely. You're already. It's been a long time, would you see the way the light shines? I'll see the way the light shines on you. Thank you. You guys are sweet. Thank you very much. All right. This is going to be, I'm trying to think of what I wanted to play next for you guys. All right. Let's do this song's called Tea and Whiskey. And I don't know, it's like my country song, right? Yeah, I think just, you know, when you're 30, how old was I? 38. When you're 38, you've got 4 kids, 2 guinea pigs, and a cat, a couple jobs, spouse. We have a couple kids with some special needs. It's really easy to lose the whimsy in your relationship. And I've always been the dreamer type. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always had my head in the clouds. And I didn't want to lose that. And so I kind of thought, like, I think I was just kind of fantasizing one day about, you know, what I thought romance would be as a child and how silly that is, but also, like, maybe we don't need to let go of all of that as we grow older with each other. So this one's Tea and Whiskey. I'm a fool, making castles in the air with you. For what a state I'm in. 'Cause I'm a child, reflecting for a little while in your laughing eyes. I am old to my dreams. We would make a bed on the moon, grow a garden, and set a table for two. We'll come and go as we please, there's no demanding, just you and me, tea and whiskey. Well, I run, oh how I run, far away, so far from the dreamer that I was. But I find, oh how I find, just a little bit of ruin. You look at me and smile. I'm old and I'm new, so take me back and lead me on to my dreams. We'll make a bed on the moon, grow a garden, and set a table for two. We'll come and go as we please, there's no demanding, just you and me, tea and whiskey. If we could shed this skin, come on and shed this skin, we'll find ourselves again. We're finding home. I'm just a wiser girl, and you're a little boy making do with all that weighs on you. So come with me while I'm free, and we'll go singing and dancing among the fading stars. We'll make a bed on the moon, grow a garden, set a table for two. We'll come and go as we please, there's no demanding, just you and me, tea and whiskey. Oh, 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 just you and me, tea and whiskey. Thank you so much. All right, how are we doing on time back there? Two? Two more? Sweet, I've got two more songs for you guys. All right, so this is the first song that I wrote that I really felt proud of. Okay, well that's not true. Maybe it is, I don't know. I wrote a lot of songs that were just cutesy patootsy things for my kids, so I'm proud of those too. This was the first one. It's dealing with death, actually, and there were two women in my life who passed away, and I was actually thinking about what it would be like to be their child, and thinking about the physical presence and the physical space that we hold with one another. And whatever you believe about the afterlife, if you have a hope there, you know, it's different for everybody, but there's a tension, right? There's a tension between letting that person go and longing for that physical presence, the way that the way their voice sounded, the way that their hair smelled, the annoying jokes that they would make, or things like that. So this song is just dealing with what it's like to carry that grief. beyond just the funeral, you know? So the song is called Dust. Just another early morning, the sun came up without you. The world keeps spinning like my head is spinning. It's all the same, and that's more than I can bear. Birds, they greet the day with songs of old, songs they hold for those bad below. They fly free just like a sign for you and me, that this gravity will get away someday, someday. From dust we come and Lord, the peace, the pain of every season's change. Seems like yesterday your hand was warm in mine, and now you slid through my fingers. Dust. It's not that I'm afraid for you. You'll be light and I'll be a little. 'Cause I can't recognize a world without your smile. It's not the same. It'll take a little time. From dust we come and Lord, we will return. The peace, the pain of every season's change. Seems like yesterday your hand was warm in mine, and now you slid through my fingers. Time walks on and so will I. The sun went down without you, but you lie deep beneath the flower beds in my head. Still your love nurtures me alone. From dust we come and Lord, we will return. The peace, the pain of every season's change. Seems like yesterday your hand was warm in mine, and now you slid through my fingers. Seems like yesterday I opened up my hands and set you free. Dust. Thanks a bunch, you guys. All right, I've got one more song for you, and for that, so I don't have really any merch to sell, and that's in the works, and my album is a work in progress, so that's going to be out probably at the end of the summer, maybe early fall. So it would mean a ton to me if you found my website. It's kelleysmithmusic.com, Kelley with an EY. And sign up for my email newsletter. I can let you know when I have gigs around the area, or when my album is out, or when I have these really cool t-shirts that I'm gonna sell pretty soon. Yeah, and I'm gonna be, this is great. It's great to be out spending time with you guys live like this. I'm gonna be opening for Dave Simonette of Trampled by Turtles in May, so that should be pretty sweet. Not nervous, not at all. No. So just a lot of cool opportunities, and I've just been doing this for a couple years, so, you know, it's all a work in progress, right? So, anyways, yeah, it's Kelley Smith Music with an EY. And I'm gonna play one more song for you. This one's called I'll Let Go. And I wrote this song when I was alone in my cabin in the woods. So I guess my process with this song was just, you know what? I'm never alone as a mom. And so, and our house has no carpet, and so everything that everybody does reverberates all of the time. And so, to be alone in a cabin in the woods for me is, I mean, I love my family, don't get me wrong, but, you know, I took 2 days out to go be by myself, and it was delightful. So, this song came out of that experience. I've been hanging on for so long, and never hoping for a thing. You say that I am bound for good, a bit of fate will give me wings. Well, am I flying? Am I falling? Here at the edge of everything. Am I the tired fool for trying? Here at the edge of me. Well, take me now to the end of my road, beyond what I think I know. Lay me down in the autumn leaves, hold me, and I'll let go. Whoa, whoa, I'll let go. Spent too many miles tripping on who I was and I could be. Am I surrendered? Am I drifting? Is that no fight leaving me? What do you do with an undoing of what you thought you had to be? Well, I'll come out here and go out singing beneath the old oak trees. Well, take me now to the end of the road, beyond what I think I know. Lay me down in the autumn leaves, hold me, and I'll let go. Whoa, whoa,
I'm not Mother My Coyote. How are you? I wish I thought of that name, but I didn't. So I do want to say a couple things about Adriana, however. And I wanted to read this the last line of her bio, and I love this so much. Mother Coyote brings nothing but gut-punching, raw truth forward and shines a light in the darkness for us all to look toward. And I love that. And when you hear her sing and the songs she does and the way she delivers, you'll see what that means, I think. A little bit, Adriana and I have known each other for probably a couple of years now, or at least since COVID, but we've never met in person until today, which is cool. We have a mutual friend, and we do songwriter things, and I got to enjoy her voice on a few songs, including one of my own, which is incredible. And so today we get to meet, and it's super exciting, and you're gonna delight in this. So thanks for hanging out, and thank you for singing for us.
Thanks, Dad. Thank you for having me here. I feel really spoiled to get to sit at this amazing piano in this beautiful room. It's kind of my first real gig back in a couple of years, but really it's been a good 5 years since I've been doing music regularly, with having a couple kids and then pandemic times, and it feels good to be back. This first tune I'm gonna do is a take on a spiritual tune that's, just making sure this isn't gonna fall over on me. It's an African-American spiritual called Down by the Riverside that I did a ton of times growing up in choirs, and through a lot of the self-excavation over the last few years with one of my teachers, this song came back to me in an instant, and this rendition kind of came forward. So this is Bury Your Weapons. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna This next one I'm going to do has another bit of a war theme to it, and was written on Halloween of 2020, and just, you know, right before the election. And no matter what side of things, you know, people were just so polarized over the last 2 years, and this is just kind of a feeling that just palpable tension. And not only, I think, as a society have we been really exploring what we do moving forward, but this was just kind of, you know, how I cope as well. And it's called When the War Comes. When the war comes, do not cry for me. I will dig my hands in the soil deep. Let the blood and tears flow as I weep. Let the war come as the slate is cleaned. When the war comes, let us mourn our loss as we walk through smoke. Yeah, so you might notice my name on the bill, I think, was both Andriana Lair and Mother Coyote, and that is because prior to children and kind of the pandemic, I was performing under my given name, which is Andriana, and about 10 years ago, I was just sitting, I think, having a glass of wine somewhere, and had this group of kind of misfit Craigslist musicians that we were trying to form a side project or something, and long story short, that lasted about a month and did not have any longevity to it, but in getting ahead of myself, I was like, I'm gonna think of band names and all of this stuff, and then Mother Coyote kind of came to me, and I sat with it, and then I was like, well, that's not this, and then I kind of forgot about it for about 5 years, and then after having my first son, it kind of came back to me, and then when I was getting kind of going through this rebirth process that happens as a mother when you have children, kind of deciding how I wanted to move forward musically speaking, and changing my performance moniker to Mother Coyote just felt fitting at the time. So you might notice I have a few CDs in the back that have my given name on them, but if you happen to be looking at social media, anything like that, you can find me under Mother Coyote. And speaking of coyotes, this next song is called The Coyote. And this was written really after having the perspective of being a parent and realizing what you would do, that you would do anything for your children. And it was when a lot of the migrant stuff at the border was happening and the kids separated from their parents, and just recognizing that these are so many people that are willing to take this incredibly dangerous, arduous journey with no guarantee of anything at the end, but just because you feel that it's the best thing to do for your children. And then having that perspective now as a mother, it really hit me. So that's where this song came from. Grab your clothes and pack a bag. We've got a long journey ahead. Take only what you need to live. Oh, we've got a long journey ahead. With racing hearts and quiet feet, we'll leave before the break of dawn. We'll meet the coyote then. Oh, we've got a long journey ahead. The road is dark and full of light. Don't take for granted you and I. You know, hold on tight to you, but the devil is at work here. So look at me and see my face. Never forget my love for you. I'd rather die than win. I tried the best I could. I pray we reach the other side. The current strong and river wide. The night Nick Newark saved my life. The night Nick Newark saved my time for a couple more here. This is called The Tower, and this is about us staring down the raw truth of our existence and the silver linings and the joy in staying in the moment at the same time. There we danced on the grave where the angels lay, dressed in white, how we sang their praise. Splattered blood on the ground where the humans watched all their illusions come crumbling down to our knees in relief and pain. Tried to pull on the reins through the labor pains, birth new life through the darkness and death. Though for some it's too late, all the earth is a beautiful garden and grave. All the same, there's no escaping the scales. We'll be seeing it all when it all comes down. We'll be seeing it all Thank you so much for being here. Kelley opening, that was amazing. I told her if she came back here, I wasn't expecting to cry before coming up here. That was, oh, I can't wait to hear your EP, and it just blows me away that you haven't been doing this your whole life. You have such a gift. And Katy is coming up next. We just met, and I'm super excited to hear her as well, so thank you all for coming out. And again, if you are interested in any CDs or anything of my prior releases, you can go see Rick in the back at the table, and free stickers with my original name, my given name on them. I don't have any new merch yet, but I'm working on an EP hopefully this year as well. And if you're interested in supporting the process, I do have a Patreon page as well under Mother Coyote, so that's, if you're familiar with Patreon or not, it's just kind of a way to support artists on a regular basis, kind of monthly basis, and you get sneak peeks into new songs, poems, everyone kind of does a different thing, but for the most part, you just get to see really fresh baby songs right after I write them. So I've got one more for you that is called Into the Great Unknown. It's a long way to healing. Remove the blindfold from your eyes. Bring the darkness out into the light. It's a long way to feel it. All the pain that's been suppressed for years. Break the dam, release the flood of tears. It's a long way home. It's closer than we've ever known. We've ever known. Oh, it's a long road from grieving. What has once been lost, make way for love. It is all your pain's been dreaming of. Bring your open heart, receiving what you once thought you weren't worthy of. All the stars, the sun, the sky above. It's a long way home, but it's closer than we've ever known. We've ever known. I had a hard time believing I could ever live the life I dreamed. Escape the rote routine machine, but there's a progress I'm seeing in every little synchronicity. Reminds me who I'm supposed to be. Well, it's a long way home. And there's no place left to go but home.
Mother Coyote, that was amazing. And Kelley, oh my gosh, I've never heard you before, and I'm blown away.
So good.
So good. Such a great songwriter. And I want to say, Dave Simonette might just be nervous to play after you, so you just watch it. One thing I want to say about all of the songwriters, I was reading through their bios and I was struck by these similarities. Number one, they're all songwriters, duh. Number two, they're all mothers, and they called that out in their bios. And I think there's a tremendous amount of strength and grace and vulnerability in motherhood. I know that from my own mom, and I assume it's the same for all three of you. Also, they call it a lot of different types of adversity and pain, and the things that drew them into becoming a songwriter. And in order to endure what they've had to go through, it takes a lot of strength and grace and vulnerability. And the fact that they would call this out in their bios, it's we're looking at three, I don't know if I can say this is going to go on cable, three badass mofos. I'm sorry if I shouldn't say that. You can sue me, not Steve. Yeah, these are some incredible. And by the way, before I introduce Katie, I do want to say thank you, Steve Kelzer, for putting this on.
Yeah.
I want to say about Katie, I was struck by her bio. She's described as optimistic and approachable, and I think that when you meet her, you see that. She's extremely optimistic and extremely approachable, super nice. And we showed a note, we were high school classmates. And we didn't really know each other back then, but...
your name is familiar, but I think if anybody sees your name, they'll remember.
Right, they can't say it, but it's very familiar.
Yeah, it's got like 27 letters in it.
Yeah, and I think you were probably one of the cool kids, and I was just too nervous to approach. I'm an introvert as well, so yeah. That's why we'll probably never actually talk in person, but I'll say hello from afar. But Katie I wish I would have approached her because she's so approachable and so wonderfully kind and just a beautiful human being. And I get to delight in her songs every other week. We're in this songwriter group together, and her songs are approachable and hopeful, and even when there's a sense of hopelessness, she brings out hope, and you're gonna see and hear that. And her son is playing with her today.
Thank you, Ted. All right, we're gonna start with Courage. This is called Courage After All.
Oh, I have to put the cable on. There we go.
It's time to fly, little bird of mine. You've outgrown this nest. It's your time. Like a flash in the night, you have grown. Stretch your wings, chase your dreams. It's time to go. I know it's frightening. You might fall, but falling might be the best thing after all. You have been my hero, my son, Louis Scannick. Yay. He's been playing guitar for 2 years. March 2020, he came to me and said, you know, I think while I'm doing distance learning, I'm going to learn how to play your guitar. I showed him the chords that I know, and then he learned Blackbird, and now he is here with me, and my heart is just so full. That song was for him. He knows it. We were asked to talk a little bit about our writing process as we share our songs, and there's no like recipe for writing. I don't have a recipe for writing songs. So Louis and I rehearsed 6 songs to share with you tonight. I'm going to tell you, try hard. Louis says don't talk much. Try hard to just tell you a little bit about each song. I've got like 4 eyes for you. For this song, I want you to think about imitation. I want to encourage everyone to try writing a song. If you ever want to do it, think about imitating something that you like. For me, this song is like a mashup of U2 and the Waterboys. But I was thinking a lot about cancer survivors and anxiety conquerors and addiction warriors. And I came up with this one. I want to dedicate it to my beautiful girlfriend, Allison, my gorgeous mother who's here. Hi, Sharon. And I'm also thinking about my girlfriend, Jennifer. She lost her mother to ovarian cancer. This is called Hero Now Crowned.
Thank you. My next I word is inspiration. I like to talk to people. I like to dig in deep in different topics. And sometimes it gets to be really inspiring. I was talking to a friend of mine, a man, and his girlfriend decided to move in with him. And I said, oh, she's in love with you. And he said, no, 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 no. The love, it's kind of like the flu. She'll get over it. And so I wrote this song. It's called Lovesick. It's right. Because you, I see nothing else. In my view, it's the call of the boy, and I'm falling hard. My heart has lost its lifeguard with kisses so sweet. You touch me just so. It's like a drug I want, and I know when you hold me in your eyes, just like that. There's no going back. I'm love, 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 love sick. I'm love, 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 love sick. I'm love, 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 love sick. Babe, I'm in love with you. The buzz in my brain and rush in my heart. This thing we got going on, it's a work of art. It tastes so good, gonna drink it in. It tastes just like medicine. The heat between us is like a spring fever. You can count on me. Being a believer, you can hire fast and fire slow. It's a habit that really must go. I'm love, 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 love sick. I'm love, 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 love sick. I'm love, 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 love sick. Babe, I'm in love with you. I know I'll get over it. It's kinda like the flu. I've had these symptoms before when I met love, 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 love sick. I'm love, 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 love sick. I'm love, 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 love sick. Babe, I'm in love with you. Influence. Who influences you? Write a poem about them. Maybe it'll turn into a song. I am in a songwriting challenge with Ted right now. We just finished prompt number 7. I think this was prompt 6 key. It was in the month of March, Women's History Month. So I had this prompt key and Women's History Month, and then a whole bunch of women in my life that were influencing me and making me feel empowered and courageous. And I wrote this one for them. It's called Homecoming. Woo! Autopilot sets in. I don't know how long it's been since I drove on Old Avenue. Guess I'm just passing through. Country's on the radio, and I drive real slow. I swoon, I feel giddy like the love songs are on just for me. I am
Identity. That's my fourth and final word that starts with an I. Identity. When I am writing music, I think a lot about myself. Who am I? I'm a mom. I'm a mom to Lewis. I'm a mom to Maxwell. Thanks for being here. I am a librarian. I love books. I am also an author of a book. It is available in the entryway. I'm a cancer survivor, and that's what my book is about. When Lewis was this tall, 6 years old, and when my Max was 3 years old, I was 39, and I was given the diagnosis of breast cancer. And first thing I did was go to the library to look for a book that I could read to them. There wasn't a book at all. Some of them addressed cancer, but really long paragraphs and dark and drippy watercolors, illustrations, and so you have to say goodbye. Nope, we're not gonna read this book. So we read The Little Engine That Could, and we read Katy and the Big Snow, and we read I Want My Hat Back, and we read books about Wonder Woman. And when I started growing my hair and had tons of energy, could go run around in the woods again, I realized I wrote the book. And I put it together, and it's available for families to give them hope and understanding about what happens when a person in your life is given this diagnosis. I wrote it in their voices. You can go to my YouTube channel and see the book trailer and hear Lewis and Max narrating the book trailer. But my goal with the book is to help kids and families during dark times. We kind of did a good job, didn't we? Yeah. Identity. This is a song that I wrote in the challenge this winter. The prompt was sleeve, and all I could think about was the compression sleeve that I have to wear on my arm and my hand when I fly. Because I'm missing lymph nodes. It's gonna puff up if I don't wear the sleeve. I did not want to write a sad, woe is me, I'm a victim to cancer story at all. I wanted to just kind of put a little bookmark in some of the things that I've been thinking about as being a survivor of breast cancer. It's called Piece by Piece. year by year. I'm living today. Thank you. I'm now a 12-year cancer survivor. Woo-hoo. Well, before I became a mom, I was a performing singer-songwriter for about a decade. And I released a record in 2001. And then I took a 20-year pause. I've been doing that and raising that other child there. And wrote the book, and we've been doing a couple of other things. Yeah. But this last song, right? Steve, you got time for one song? What? Perfect. This last song we're going to do is on my CD, which is for sale alongside my book, alongside Mother Coyote's, the CD EP music. Oh, good stuff. Mailing lists, you can sign up for a mailing list. Kelley, I'm super excited about your project. So good. You guys, this has been wonderful sharing the stage with you. Fantastic. Thank you, Steve and Ted, the Arts Consortium of Carver County. This is wonderful. I'd love to say hello afterwards. Thank you very much. This is Lewis's favorite song to play. It is, it's a day in the life of being in the Boundary Waters with my dad. It's called Dip, Dip, and Swing. One canoe, two paddles, a water state map charts our way.
in here was her doing, so it's so nice. I'd like to thank Ted for helping me put this together, and the city of Chaska, and I'd like to thank all our